We are at one of the most remote areas of St. Croix, the Annalise Bay Tide Pools.
Yes, and it is gorgeous here, so you are not going to want to miss this episode because we're going to give you a step-by-step guide on how to get here.
And it's not easy to get here. In fact, it's about a 2.7-mile hike through a tropical rainforest.
Yes, and it's up and down.
This has been on my bucket list for quite some time, but quite honestly, it's been a little intimidating. So I did a lot of research, and so it's not going to be intimidating for you. So stay tuned for this step-by-step guide how to get to the Annalise Bay Tide Pools. To start your hike to the tide pools, make your way to the Carambola Beach Resort, which is right on the north shore of St. Croix, only about 1.5 miles from Cane Bay.
So we have made it to the Carambola Resort, and we are ready to hike the trail.
All right, so here's the step-by-step guide. Now here is the guard building on the resort. So all you do is you make a left and you can park right up there. So we parked right over there. And we're going to head right up this path right here to find the trailhead. All right, so we've just begun and we walked up a pretty steep hill already. All right.
I'm already out of breath.
And we have just started because that was only about 100 yards up the hill. You see this blue arrow, and then you can see the path right here. And right up here says the Trumbull Trail, 2.7 miles.
Oh my.
So, all right, so I was told it was 2.5 miles. So wrong is 2.7. And look at the jungle that we are going through first. So that is step number 1 to get to the Annalise Tide Pools. The trail today was pretty well marked. So let's take off in this rainforest and see what we find. So Becky, how long was that rainforest hike? Hour and a half so far?
Yeah, no, about 1 hour and 10.
About 1 hour and 10 minutes, and then you get to the Jeep road. Let me flip the camera around again. And from here on out, a lot easier hiking because of the road.
But it's hotter.
It is hotter because the tropical rainforest makes it nice and cool. Well, I wouldn't say cool, but cooler. So Becky, online, what I read is this is considered a moderate hike. What's your opinion?
Well, I'd rate it a little higher than moderate. Some of the inclines are steep,
Yep.
and then just the drop-offs. You know,
Yep.
you got to be definitely sure-footed and in pretty good shape. Not that we're in great shape, but
Yep.
you know, we've hiked almost 2.7 miles now. So
Yep. Yeah, you know, I'm 62 years old. I say I'm in moderate shape. And I would say this trail is at the difficult level of moderate.
yeah.
Is what. Now look at the Jeep ruts you'd have to go through though.
Oh
Look at this.
my. Wow.
I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but if you were to take a Jeep here, it would still be a
Tricky.
rough go. Yeah, tricky. I think it is doable, but I would definitely check with my rental car company first before I took my Jeep out here to make sure you're covered. And you'd have to take it slow. But I'm glad we hiked. I looked into getting a Jeep and I decided to hike.
Yeah, it's been a nice hike. It's a little longer than we thought, but you know, you're not going to get a 20-minute mile in those kind of, you know, situations. So, so the fact is, it's probably going to end up being more like a 30-minute mile at least. It's just because you just have to go slow in parts.
All right, so here is the last trek down to Annalee Bay where the tide pools are located.
All right, so can I tell them about my calamity?
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. Let me flip the camera around.
So, my shoes, though adorable because they're neon pink, apparently are not well made. So, I'm a little concerned about making it the rest of the way and then all the way back. I might have to put a rubber band around there to hold them together. So.
Which brings us to another really good point. What kind of shoes should you wear? I was going to wear my tennis shoes, and I really wish I had. I wish I would have worn my tennis shoes, put my water shoes in my backpack, because I've stubbed my toe 2 or 3 times.
Yes.
These rocks just pop up out of nowhere.
And tree roots.
So I would suggest wearing at least tennis shoes, if not hiking shoes.
And I'd be okay with the water shoes if they're good quality. These were not. I have a good quality pair, but they weren't as cute, so I didn't wear them. So also, if you wear a bun, be prepared that the trees along the way are gonna snag it in the rainforest.
So only about a 5-minute walk after you leave the jungle, you're going to be rewarded with this beautiful ocean view. Let me flip the camera around. All right, so once you get here, the tide pools are over to your left while you're facing the ocean. Let me turn the camera around. And actually, you'll be able to see the tide pools. They're right there. Now, today there are some people here, so it's easy to spot. But even if you were here alone, you'd see how to get to the tide pools. All right, Becky, let's show everyone the difficulty level of getting over to the tide pools.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so you can see just how rough it is here. We have 2 major goals. One is not to get this camera fried with these waves bashing the rocks. And the second goal is to survive.
Yes.
So right around that corner is the tide pool. Now the last part of the trek is pretty tricky.
Yeah, not so much the beach because you're just going to follow a path along the left side, but then when you get to the cliffs, it's a little tricky.
Yes, you've got to time the waves. You don't want to get down into the rocks when the waves are hitting, so do be careful there.
Yes, and we did bring a waterproof bag for the camera and our cell phones, but I think you could do it without it as long as you were very careful.
But once you get here, look at what you get to enjoy. And there are several of these tide pools to hang around in, cool off, and have a lot of fun. So Becky, was it worth coming all the way out here to the tide pools?
Yes, I'll give it 2 thumbs up. Definitely worth it.
Oh, it is so much fun out here. Of course, you can get a lot of selfie shots and beautiful views of the oceans, the tide pools.
See little fishies? There's little fishies swimming around.
Kind of relax in the tide pools, jump off the rocks, just have a really good time.
Yes, highly recommend. If you come to St. Croix, you got to do the tide pools.
But remember, you also have a pretty big hike back. In fact, let me turn the camera around. That is the mountain right there that you got to hike back over.
And it's going to take you at least an hour and 15, probably, maybe longer if you're tired from swimming.
So don't wear yourself out here.
And wear better shoes.
Yeah, better shoes. They can't see. Becky did not wear good shoes, so I think I'm going to have to give her a piggyback ride for the most part on the way back. But we hope you've enjoyed this video, and even more importantly, we hope you can see exactly a step-by-step guide to get here so you can get here quickly and safely.
And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, comment, like, and share. It's all free of charge, and it really helps us out.